Welcome to the Backline Online, Mike. I'm definitely yourself. I'm not Shrek. Let's see. Some people pick something up on me. Something they can't quite put their finger on. I think it's my pigtail energy. But I think it's something else. My big clit energy. 6.5 inches. Pretty big. That's how big clit is. So sometimes the 69 fairy visits me while I'm asleep, and this is how I wake up. Does this come?
Wow. Talk about transformation.
I played a little switcheroo. You guys couldn't even tell, huh? You guys, you know a real Brooke, right? You know a real Brooke. You know a real Brooke, and not an imposter. Not an imposter Brooke. Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. Speaking of clits. I just want to play with it for a little bit. Is that okay? We don't need to rush. We can just spend some time, figure out what stimulates us, trim the fat. What? Come on. I don't have to be symmetrical. I can let my flower fly to the left or to the right. Y'all were laughing earlier. You're like, but you're so regular looking. What happened to the really ugly looking Brooke? We kind of like the really ugly looking Brooke. She had I try not to go too deep with my comedy because, ouch. Okay. Well, hopefully that's not the only surprise. Hopefully it's just lots and lots of fun. We're going to have a fun night. Everyone's going to do 3 minutes. We're going to do a lightning round at the end. So everyone that's still here will do 1 more minute. Basically, it's just going to be like awesome person and then another awesome person. And then when you're like, can people even be more awesome? There's going to be another awesome person. Like, it's nuts. It's wild. It's nonstop. It's how I like it. Yeah, it's how I like it. A little like, what's going to happen? And a little bit like, cool. Okay. Right. Yeah. Just like a 69. Like, you're excited that it's happening, but you're a little uncomfortable. My name's Brooke Barstow. I'm your host for today. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Together for the Backline Open Mic.
Yay.
I'll be back later.
I'll be driving far, far away later, so we'll see you probably in the car in a couple hours. All right. We had some people that are late and then not here and stuff like that, so we're just gonna have fun. On deck, I think, is Peter. Our first, our third, our sixth, our ninth, our first comedian tonight. They are from Chicago. They just started a new podcast. Very, very cool, interesting. You can learn facts and just talk about stuff, and so it's not secretive anymore. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, the very, very funny Katie Zane.
Thank you so much, Brooke. Yeah, this is not. I like being someone's first. So it's new for me. So earlier, I ended up accidentally taking a Xanax because I thought I was having an MRI today. It's tomorrow. But nonetheless, I took a Xanax and passed the fuck out because that's what happens when you take them. It was a delightful break, though. I did enjoy it. So I have been watching a lot of Netflix and specifically a great deal of Grey's Anatomy. That's a fun word to say when you have speech issues. Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy is what I've been watching, and I've noticed on there they have a lot of storylines where there's sick children. But every time they bring them on screen, they're always like, this is so and so with such and such, and they're a great kid. Statistically, not every sick child can be a great kid, right? Like, there are terminally ill children who are jerks. And my whole thing is that I'm pretty sure there's like some kid who had like child cancer that he wasn't supposed to survive, but then he did, and he's probably white, and now he's like survived child cancer, and so he's become the most insufferable asshole of them all. It's like a weird superhero. It's like a comic book superhero situation. That's someone's origin story. How I became the biggest dick. I survived childhood cancer. Okay, I don't have a problem with sick kids. I was actually a big hypochondriac kid. Also, I think this might explain me a little bit and that joke. I've been really missing the mental institution. Because in a mental institution, it's pretty much like what's going on right now. Like, I can't go anywhere, isn't a lot of options. Except for in a mental institution, there are snacks. Twice a day, and pudding, the queen mother of all snacks, is there. Also, when you're in a mental hospital, when you're in a hospital in general, you got meals being brought to you. You got a tray that you don't have to clean, and all that food belongs to you now. And also, one of the things that's really great in the mental institution is that they have Xanax, which I would not take accidentally. I would accept gratefully if somebody offered to me right now. I'm Katie Zane. Thank you guys so much.
Woo! Thank you, Katie. Woo! It's always fun being the first, right? You get to like navigate through all the weeds while they slap you in the face and cut you up a little bit. That was fun. Thank you. I'm glad you are here. I don't know what to do because it looks like there are so many people that are not here right now. So I am a bit overwhelmed. Okay. On deck is Aaron. Our next comedian is from London. And just wants me to let you know that it's okay to fart. Like, it's okay to fart. Like, you don't have to hold it in. You don't have to be respectful, and it's actually probably better, to let it out unless, well, we'll talk about stinky farts later. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen. The very, very funny Peter Innocente.
Guys, can you hear me?
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Doing all these Zoom shows, I feel like I've effectively become a sassy cam girl. Yeah, a sexy wordsmith. Shakespeare, sex streamed, revealing myself in words so people themselves of laughter. That's all, but I take what I can get. Like an alphabetical strip club. A is for alluring, B is for beauty, C is for coming, and D is stand up to 25 years. We've been reduced to stripping off and making balloon animals out of this day. If you stop laughing at me, I'll be able to show you a cobra. Oh shit. How about now? Let me disconnect my earphones.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hey.
All right, where should I start from? My comedy mentor doing this 25 years, reduced to stripping off and making balloon animals out of his dick. Hey, mate, why is it always got to be a worm? Well, if you stop laughing at me, I'll be able to show you a cobra. He says If it gets a laugh, it counts as a punchline. But if it gets a wank, it counts as a fun time. Hey, I ain't hating on the camgirl industry. It's basically girls with daddy issues entertaining guys with mommy issues. I blame their parents. I mean, if Zoom is the future of stand-up, I'm going to need to monetize my show, right? May I present Strip Joker? Every time you get a laugh, you remove a piece of clothing. Trick is, dress like an Eskimo, and you're bound to get a half-hour set. Click subscribe, call me. Truth is, people want to see skin. Why do you think Game of Thrones was so popular? They came for the boobs, and they stayed to get a flash of Hodor's cock. If you don't know who Hodor is, Hodor. And I mean, sexy sells, right? Who would have believed how bootylicious Beyonce was if she did the video in a trench coat, like a sexy Columbo? I'll leave you on that one. Sorry about the sound being cut off.
Please put your hands together again for Peter. Yeah, forgive him for the beginning. You could understand it was just like we were in like the future and
Doctor Who.
we're a robot, but kind of like part dog. Yeah, it's just like 2020, a fucking acid trip, basically. Yeah. Good thing.
Yeah, I'll stay off the acid next time. Apologies.
Well, it got better. We figured it out. And yes, much better next time. Thank you. All right, on deck we've got AJ. Yeah, our next comedian. Always, not always, but he's been here like week after week after week. I love it. He's got a show called This Just In News. It's a comedy club show. It's on Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern on Facebook Live and Zoom. Yeah, he's from Detroit. I don't know if that adds anything, and maybe all of a sudden you're intrigued now that you know that. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Ron.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ron. My parents spelled my name with 2 A's because they thought I was going to be an alcoholic. I don't know who to thank, Mark or Rita or margaritas. Addiction runs in my family, and it started when I was young. I got hooked on phonics. I don't have to go to the drugstore to spell superior spermicide, PROPHYLACTIC. If you think I spelled that fast, you should see how fast I use a condom. My parents only had one letter book for baby names, the letter A. And I got the first name out of the book, Aaron. My sister got Andrea from the top of the second page. And my brother got Argon. He's the gassy one. When I was younger, I used the old game lawn darts to get rid of my younger siblings. May they rest in peace. But I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. They're alive and well in a vegetative state. I knew every time my parents had sex. I could hear the bed springs creaking. You can't forget that. I used to say, come on, guys. Use your own damn bed. Recently, I had to get tested for COVID. And the test came back negative for COVID, but positive for cotton swabs in my brain. And during the lockdown, I had a tooth break. And of course, the dentist office is closed. So I had to pull 4 posts with needle nose pliers. I'm so good, I put out my shingle. Yank and pull tooth doctor. Today I got my performance review. They said I wasn't paying attention in something else. Nowadays, I celebrate the small victories. I'm happy if I can get dressed and get to work and relieve myself. And it's a great day if I can do that in the correct order. My friend Bill is a super geek about toilets. Last year, he cosplayed for Comic-Con as William Shatner.
Mhm.
During quarantine, I was volunteering lifting people's spirits, and it was a rewarding experience. If you call 2 fists of Jack and a fifth of Captain Morgan rewarding, it cures what ails me. I guess that was worth a shot. Guess my parents were right naming me A.A. Ron after all. Thanks, guys. Back to Brooke.
Woo! Keep it going for A.A. Ron.
Woo!
Woo!
I think it's okay to pick names out of a baby book. My brother's got, I can't even do it now because they got so many. Howard, Henry, Harrison, and Harriet. Fine. Fine. We'll pick a favorite and we'll just pick it, or we'll just call all of them that one, right? Okay. On deck we have Bill, our next comedian, first time here, I believe, from Bangor, Maine. Bangor, Maine.
Bangor.
Bangor. Please put your hands together for the obviously very funny AJ.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm obviously funny. Yeah, up here in Maine, usually I complain about being in Maine. It's kind of boring, but I just feel very lucky that I just happen to be here for the pandemic until this past weekend. Somebody had a reception in Millinocket, which is an hour north of Bangor. And there, somebody caught a little bit more than a bouquet. About 24 people contracted coronavirus way up here. So now we're not even safe.
Oh.
I thought that'd be funnier for some reason. Yeah, I used to anticipate movies and amusement parks debuting new roller coasters. Now the only innovation I'm looking forward to is a vaccine. I was at the grocery store and I had a lot of dairy in my car, milk, ice cream, creamer, and yogurt. And I thought, I should be making more ethical food choices. And then that's when I tried, it's hard to make ethical food choices when you have Nikki one shoulder and Joe Rogan on the other. Joe Rogan's all like, we're humans, we do what we want. And you could go, they're mean to the cows. I still got a minute. Last year I went to Gay Pride in Boston. It was interesting to see it be a corporate cash grab. The parade was just a herd of rainbow-washed advertisements. Even Amazon had a float. It's good to know they treat their LGBT employees as poorly as everyone else. It's good to know you can be out of the closet for as long as you stay in the warehouse. Even allow the transgender workers to identify where they feel most comfortable on the gender spectrum, for as long as they don't identify as a union worker. That's fine. I know why I'm there. I'm there for the stuff we all get, the promotional swag. I'm in the sidewalk rolling in a pile of wristbands and stickers, yelling, throw some more, because I'm a swag whore. Thank you. That is my time.
Didn't expect all of that. Fuck yeah. Put your hands together one more time for AJ.
Thank you.
Just earlier today, I was thinking to myself, where are the freaky people? They're hiding. I know there's some goofier ones out there. Where are they? Welcome. Welcome. All right. We've got Bill and then Steven. So Steven's on deck. Cool. Our next comedian, about to take it away. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, the very, very funny Bill Douglas.
Woo, woo, woo. Good evening. Thank you, Brooke. A friend told me she was convinced she had ESP, And she's like, do you think I'm nuts? And I was like, I did not get the answer she wanted.
Oh.
I read that Viagra does not work for 30% of men. Interestingly, 70% of their wives don't mind. So a little about me. I broke a two-way mirror. 14 years of bad luck. This guy asked if I talked like this because I grew up in Wisconsin. I'm like, no, I talk like this because of the way air moves through my mouth and nose. I bought a pair of occasional tables, but I think I got ripped off. Every time I walk by, there's still tables. My brother asked if kids still learn Revolutionary War battles and social studies. I said, no, that's history. My dermatologist said that I have a mild case of athlete's foot. You know, the older I get, the better that sounds. You know, the older I get, the lazier I get. I mean, now when I drop things, instead of bending over and picking them up, I try to grab them with a bare foot. The other day, I finally lift a sock, and my wife's staring at me. She's like, usually people learn that after their strokes. Gluteus maximus does not sound like a body part. It sounds like a Roman emperor. A real ass. I can't imagine running a funeral home. I'm just not a morning person.
Oh.
My nephew graduated from college. We were all very proud. Lowest scores in his class. I mean, it was golf school. I'm worried about my garage. It seems depressed. I've never seen it so detached. Thank you very much, Brooke. Have a good night, everybody.
Douglas! Wow. Dad jokes, am I right? Oh, I love how different everybody is. For real, though. Like, if we were all the same, fucking boring. I'd only have 5 of you, and I'd be like, okay, that's enough.
I felt like you were just talking right to me when you talked about it was okay to fart. Could you possibly send a note to my wife, Brooke, that you give me permission?
We might need to talk. There might be some other digestive things that we need to address. I don't want your wife to be mad.
Okay.
I'm super pro, what do you call it? Good smells.
Thank you for your consideration, though.
Yeah. I think she would appreciate it too. Okay, on deck is Michael Clare. Our next comedian didn't tell me too many information, so I don't have a lot to say. So that just means that the jokes are just gonna, what? Yeah, I just did that. And now you have too high of expectations and I can't find the person. And that's cool. Like, life is fun. There it is. But no camera on. So Stephen Douglas, if you are here, it's your turn. You need to turn on your camera, Stephen Douglas. Oh yeah, camera went on because you jumped. Where'd you go? Up there, but no camera. Cool. Last call for Stephen Douglas.
Hold on. What's going on?
All right, please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Stephen Douglas.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate the clap.
We are.
I gave it to me one time and I bought all pills, and a week later, I was carried. I never had a girlfriend. I'm too short to have a girlfriend. Matter of fact, there's a lot of people doing frivolous lawsuits and stuff, so I thought I'd jump on that bandwagon and go around and sue my city. You know, I want to sue them for building the sidewalks too high. Every time I step off the curb, I bump my ass. All right. Little Johnny was standing on the side of the road. He had a clear bottle of liquid and shaking it. And Pastor walks by and says, "What you got there, Johnny?" Johnny says, "Well, Pastor, this is the most powerful liquid in the world." Pastor says, "Oh, yeah, what is it?" Johnny says, "Turpentine." Pastor says, "No, son, that ain't the most powerful liquid in the world." He reaches in his pocket and he pulls out a bottle of holy water. And he says, "Son, this is holy water. This is the most powerful liquid in the world." He said, "If you put 3 drops of this on a pregnant woman's belly, she'll pass a nice, healthy baby in 9 months." Little Johnny says, "Pastor, that ain't shit. You put 3 drops of this on a cat's asshole, he'll pass a motorcycle." Right. All right. So I lived down in Texas for a while, and I got relatives down there. I don't want to single anybody out, but I have one relative that's pretty dumb, and I'll tell you that it is a lady. And one day she decided she didn't like the fire ants out there in the yard, so she was going to get rid of them. So she goes out with a gallon of gas and she pours the gas on top of the fire ant. And she lights the match, and it just fire blew up. Her eyelashes were gone, her eyebrows were gone, singed her hair, and she starts running around. So about a week or so, when her eyebrows and stuff grew back, she said, "Well, I'm gonna go out there and try this again." So this time she thought if she parted the inside of the hole, poured the gas in it, and then lit it, it wouldn't happen, like it did before. Well, she found out twice in a row that she was wrong. She's not as bright as she thought she was. So then she decided, I really hate these fire ants. I want to get rid of them. I'm going to do what I think is the best way. And she took a lawnmower and she starts it up and she rides over the top of this fire ant hill. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, but a fire ant hill can be anywhere from a couple inches to 2 or 3 feet in diameter and a foot high. And that's about the size of the one she hit with the lawnmower. So all these ants come flying all over her. And my dad come running out with a hose, and she's screaming, "Get him off of me, get him off of me." And he's hosing her down. And about 2 or 3 minutes later, it looked like she ran through a zit factory. She had white dots all over her. And burn, boy, they burn. So that's not all that great. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Steven, thank you. Thank you. A little birdie told me that your time was up, but very good job.
Just caught the clock. Thanks. I just caught the clock.
If you want to put your social media information in the group chat and then also in the live stream, if you go on either the Twitch live stream or the Facebook live stream and you drop your social media handles, then the people that are watching can follow you too. It's
Awesome.
really fun. Yeah, if you like getting random stuff sent into your mail.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. We had some people that were not here, so we had to skip. And then I had some people that were like, "Ooh, since some people aren't here, can I get on the list?" So we're gonna do some like switching around. We're gonna have a couple surprise people. Like SB, she was supposed to be here, but she has a Subway thing. You know, they make. Yeah. SB, you want to go now?
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna have her go now. So everyone, she's so funny. She's in New York right now, not originally from there, but like fits in so well. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, SB Ribadinaria.
Yeah. No, I am from New York.
Oh, yay. Good.
You always say, yeah. I'm from here. I moved to Texas for a while. What's up? Your quarantine's going okay, guys. My boyfriend broke up with me. I feel like I look happy about it. I'm not. But it just sucks. The timing's awful because he was black. He is black. He's not dead. And I feel like my parents are super racist. I remember one time my mom would do anything to try and break us up. Like one time she called me and she was like, "Hey, SB, how's it going?" "Oh, yeah, well, I ran a background check on your boyfriend. Turns out he's been arrested one time." And I was like, "What?" And none of that was true. Like she didn't even run the background check. So I found out that my mom was a liar and my boyfriend wasn't even cool. Like grow up, shoot one person. Be fun. Such bad timing. I thought he really was the one. I know he really loved me because we would use a neti pot together. If you didn't laugh, it's because you are jealous or you don't know what a neti pot is because you've never been loved. It sucks. I feel like, though, yeah, the timing's awful because it's like my parents were just starting to come around to him, and I feel like they're gonna call me, and then they're gonna be like, "Hey, how's Andre doing?" And I'm gonna be like, "Oh, you know what? You guys were right about Black people." You know, I feel like not all Black lives matter. Andre Ritz, no. You guys are like, what? Stay with me. God, you laughed at some terrible stuff. I'm gonna join the KKK. Don't get weird. I think it would be funny if the KKK was a group of people heartbroken by Black people. Think about it. They have the white capes to cry into. Okay. They what the guy running it, he's like crying. He's like, Tanisha cheated on me. We're like, we're there for you, bro. Everyone's holding the sign. It's like hashtag we went back. Some people were saying that they were like, oh, you might get canceled for the joke. It's a dark joke. And I was like, no, I'm not going to get canceled for that joke. If I get canceled for anything, it's because I've been crying off my makeup so much, it might get confused with blackface. I'm glad you guys like that. I'm SB. That's all my time. Thank you.
Put your hands together one more time for SB. See, what happens is someone tells me something and then it just sticks, right? And it's the only thing I know. And someone said, SB moved to New York for comedy. And I was like, cool. But she was already
yeah. Yeah, I'm from New York.
Yeah. All right. We got Ali. Ali is going to do a set from his iPhone. Oh, there he is. Cool. All right. He's an Omaha comedian, but not from Omaha. Kind of like SB, but way less confusing. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen. Ali Kareem.
Woo!
Assalamu alaikum. I just got done playing soccer. I just got done playing soccer. Don't judge me. It was supposed to be a dry fit. That wasn't the case. Hello everyone. I don't really know any of you. I mean, I've seen some of your guys' jokes. I like it. This is my mom. You know how somebody like when you tell people you're a comedian, a lot of people just be like, oh, tell me a joke, or here, you can use this on your set. Out of all people, I get a voicemail from my mom. And my mom is like, she's like, hey, I have something for you to use on your set. And I'm like, okay, mom. And then she sent me another, like, we talked through Viber because she lives in another country. So she sent me like little voicemails. And she's like, when you were a little kid, we took you to the hospital. We took you to the emergency room because you couldn't pee. And yeah, the end, you guys. That was it. I waited for an hour, no response. So I started getting worried. I called her back. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Is everyone okay? Like, why did you continue your story? Anyway, she finally finished the story. And the story was, there's another lady that was there, and her baby had like this big head, and all he was drinking was water. And so the doctors told the mom, my mom is a very social lady, so she makes friends everywhere she goes. And she's like, what's wrong with your baby? And he's like, the doctor said they were running tests and I need to stop giving him water, but all he drinks is water. my mom is like, you know what? My mom is a doctor in the family. She's not a doctor, but she's a doctor of the family. Is anybody's mom like that? No?
Mhm.
It's like drink some hot water and sugar. Anyways, so she's like, I'm gonna figure it out for her. So she goes and she's like, I figured out why your baby drinks water all the time. And the lady was like really excited. She's like, what? Why? She's like, he's a fish. I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, there's only room for one fucking comedian in this family. All right, guys. I think that's my time.
Put your hands together for Ali Kareem and his funny mom. I love moms most of the time. I actually didn't like mine for a really long time, but you know how it is. They want you to be special or different, and you're extra, and you're different in a different kind of way. Sorry. Okay, that was fun, Ollie. Thank you for dropping in. Woo, cool. On deck is Jake Hobes. Our next comedian is in the hottest city. Tells the hottest jokes. Am I doing this right? Let me check. Because people left, and then I sent a list, and I said, "Oh, yeah, okay, cool." No, different person. But please, very, very funny. Our next comedian is very, very funny. From Asheville, North Carolina, I think is what NC stands for. Please put your hands together for the very, very funny Michael Clare.
I was so hoping that's how the intro was going to go. Like, we'd be like, this next guy is fucking awesome. Great comic. Oh, shit. It's a guy after. I love Brooke. Thank you for doing this. This is a great mic. I love seeing like all the comics who I friend on Facebook, who friend me, because I hate Facebook, but Brooke's post is today was, my dad says that once Trump gets reelected, this coronavirus will be gone. Just you watch. You're in good hands, everyone. Tell your dad thank you.
Yeah.
Finally, someone's speaking the truth, Brooke. My buddy Quainon's been on board with this the entire time. for letting your dad give a voice to my friend Quainon. I'm actually a dad myself, and I'm excited that I get to have my second child in a few weeks. And we had to go through IVF to make this happen. And I went to upstate New York, which means I drove 13 and a half hours to jerk off into a cup. Like the weirdest masturbation experience ever. And I walk into the room, and it's like beautifully lit. And I sit down like these nice leather couches, and they're playing Radiohead. Like it was like one of those like, all right, let's see, white guy with a beard getting ready to jerk off. What kind of music we going with? Okay, computer. Yeah, that's the one. I sit down and I pull out the old phone and pull up a Jonathan Taylor Thomas compilation from YouTube and get to work. The veracity of which those four walls have never seen before and maybe will never see since. And right at the point of climax, all of a sudden someone yells out, Mr. Clare, we'll bring you back in a moment. Should have read the room better, to be honest. There's a kid on a device in the corner and two men reading some men's health magazines next to me, but you know what? That's how it goes in the IVF world, guys. I'll go with that, and thank you, Brooke, and have a good rest of your night, everybody.
Woo! Put your hands together for Michael Clare, everyone. Woo! Just read on Facebook. It's fucking a hoot. I actually had to take a picture of the gallery because the looks on your all's faces when you don't know It's funny. You're funny. And you're funny. And look, you're funny. And you're funny. And then you're that's a lot. But it's true. All right. Michael, you're great. You're so funny. And I didn't mean to like unplay your funniness with that awkward introduction.
Oh no, I was actually hoping that would happen. Thank you. It's way better than the other option.
Good. That's why I emphasize 69s all the time. Pure hope. Just pure.
It was perfect.
Hope.
Thank you.
All right, our next comedian from the hottest city with the hottest jokes and the hottest Zoom backgrounds that you can buy for $10 or $15. Just DM her for the deets. Oh, let's see if she put anything on here. Nope. All right. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen. The very, very funny Dana Wisson.
Thank you. Thank you, Brooke. Thanks, everyone. Does he love me or does he not? Is a question I often ask my dentist about my other dentist. I'm the only person I know who's never had any cavities. I guess that's because sucking dick is one of my favorite activities. Strawberries are my favorite food because they taste absolutely amazing while I'm committing credit card fraud. All right, here is a Jeffrey Dahmer pickup line. If Jeffrey Dahmer says used pickup lines. Hey, baby, is that a bun in the oven, or are you about to give birth to my next meal? So I'm a woman, and I have a lot of women friends. As a woman, you have to expect that whatever secret you share with your friend is going to be shared with at least 100 other friends, 100 other people. I'm so terrified that this is a PS. I'm so terrified that this bit is someone else's, but you know what? I'm just going to go and we'll see what happens. And because it feels authentic, because it's my authentic experience. You know, do you ever get that feeling? Anyway, okay, back to the joke. All right. So because my secrets get shared with everyone, I like to plant secrets about myself, you know, just to control what gets out. Like, hey friends, did you hear that Dana is opening for a big comic? Oh my God. Did you hear that Dana has gigantic tits? Oh my God! And then did you hear that when Dana farts, a bunch of Hanson CDs fall out? Oh my God! Okay, yeah, I don't think anyone else has said that. Okay, we're good. I'm convinced that my old therapist was actually a student of Satan because she told me that I'm holding the weight of all the mentally ill women in the world on my shoulders, and that's why my posture is so bad. All right. Fixed timing. All right. And then the last one, did you know that 90% of sperm are deformed? That explains why the stain on my bed is shaped like a cat. Anyway, thank you very much. My name is Dana.
Woo! Keep it going for Dana Wisson. If you do not follow her on Instagram, your life is not fully complete. So go ahead right now, take your time, just go in at Dana Wisson. Whoever's making the background noises, just mute yourself so we don't have to mute. Thank you. Nope, you did it. What is it? You making something? You shaking a bacon? Are you making chicken? What's going on? Cool. All right, so I kind of messed up the list a little bit. I wrote it down here one way, and I wrote it here another way, just so I could create the most confusion as possible, if that's cool. We're going to honor the list on my left instead of the list on my right, which is my list and not the list anyone else has seen. Cool? The beautiful Rachel, you are on deck. Cool? You are next. After our next comedian, who is from Denver, who is very fun, kind of a big deal. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, the very funny Jake Hobes.
Woo! Thanks. Thanks. You know, I'm married and my wife always feels safe around me. Because, you know, so like if we're walking down the street and like danger approaches, and by danger I mean like a guy with nunchucks. Because he's obviously up to no. I mean, if a guy's holding a knife, maybe he's a chef. If he's a sword, he's a weirdo. But like nunchucks, that's just weird. I mean, that's dangerous. And my wife feels safe around me because I'm a big guy, so I could, maybe fight it off, maybe dodge a few, worst case scenario, she could outrun me quite easily. So either way, she's nice and safe. Sometimes we'll be here in the house and like, oh, there's a noise in the middle of the night. You need to go check that out. What am I gonna do? I mean, I don't have guns. I don't have nunchucks. I don't know what to fight people. So, I'm just hoping the guy would see me and be like, I don't have enough bullets. No way this will actually work. But the good thing is our bedroom is at the top of the stairs. So depending if I just stay up there, I would have gravity on my side. I could just like Indiana Jones him, just come at him with gravity and just really crush some intruder stuff. Fun. Now I don't want to brag like, oh, he's got stairs inside. I just moved in here. First time I had stairs inside. Also, first time I had a fart fan. So I feel super sophisticated. Not that sophisticated because I call it a fart fan. But I'm thinking like, when do people turn it on? Right? Do they like walk in there and like hit the button like this is going to be a bad one? Or is it when you leave and you're like, just in case? For me, it's always like I'm in the middle of doing business. And then my wife will come in, give me a dirty look, and turn it on for me. So there's that. Hey, what do you call a big girl with a really protective son? Mom, you got a problem with that? I don't. It's not. I'm a big guy, so it's not surprising that obesity runs in our family. Well, not runs, waddles in my family. All right, thanks, guys.
Woo! Put your hands together for the very funny Jake Hobes. Fun guy, yeah. I like him. He makes me chuckle pretty damn hard. Makes my life a better time. It's true. All y'all do. Well, all of y'all. That's right. Never mind. I know. It's true. I just looked around and I was like, fuck, even that guy with the bird made me laugh. I think he's asleep right now. The bird's like, okay. Anywho, on deck. I'm not going to get distracted because I'm not going to mix this person up again. On deck is Michael Cooper. Our next comedian runs a couple open mics. Well, one that just happens to occur twice a week. It's so fucking fun. And they do like a game show night when you get to play games and you do joke writing. Very fun. If you're not a Panda Mike member, become a Panda Mike member right now. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, the very, very funny Rachel Moose Rothenberg.
Hello. Yes, it is me, Rachel or Moose Rothenberg. I'm not sure which. I'm not really fully decided. I did get married on the Monday before last, and you guys may be wondering like how that went. And I'm going to convey to you how it went by telling you about some of our new wedding traditions that we have developed out of our COVID wedding, okay? So we're going to try to replicate certain aspects of our wedding for every anniversary going forward, starting with tradition 1, the Steamy Evening. The night before our wedding anniversary, we must steam up a hotel room, trying to get the wrinkles out of our clothing. We must flood our room completely with water from a hotel steamer, soak all the hotel towels, trying to clean up the disaster, and leave a conspicuous wet mess for housekeeping without ever making any sexual contact. So that's tradition 1. Tradition 2, the Kroger Pizza. On our wedding anniversary, We must starve ourselves to the point of hunger late into the evening, then break down crying in a city market about how we wish there were just a goddamn fucking McDonald's in the fucking shithole town of Aspen, Colorado. And then we must each eat half of a poorly cooked Kroger mini pizza before passing out from exhaustion. Tradition 3, the Fondue Bacchanalia. We must eat fondue until we are sick the following night to make up for what happened with the Kroger Pizza. Then we must also drink a bottle and a half of wine each to forget about what happened with the Kroger Pizza. See Tradition 4. Tradition 4, the blackout drunk consummation. The day after the wedding anniversary, we must consummate the marriage, but I am not allowed to remember it happening. The following morning, I must roll over and say to my spouse, "Oh, I had the best dream last night. We didn't have sex, did we?" I wrote my first "my husband" joke, and I'm going to tell you guys that right now. Here it is, guys. Okay, my husband loves the fact that I'm a screamer because he's a big horror fan, you know? He loves the fact that when I orgasm, I sound like I'm being grabbed out of the darkness by a masked psychopath, you know, someone who's going to tie me to the back of a pickup truck and drag me along a gravel road into an isolated forest until my skin is completely gone and I'm just a slimy husk, you know? He loves the fact that when I come, I sound like I know that my skinless corpse is going to be dumped on the side of the road in that isolated countryside, and it's going to rot in an undignified fashion, and the gravel will have scraped off not only my lipstick, but also my lips, which will leave me looking less than my best in death, which is my greatest fear. My husband loves the fact that when I come, I sound like I'm realizing I never should have entered that abandoned house. Okay, I'm out of time. Bye.
Yes, 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 yes. Wow. Please put your hands together one more time for Rachel Moose Rothenberg. Normally, like, people that just get married really make me want to like, throw up and stuff, but man, the pictures. And if this was your first time meeting Rachel, this was amazing. That was hella Rachel. You should hear her talk about bugs. Awesome. Thank you. I'm glad that we got to have you tonight. That was awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah. Thank you for making us laugh so hard. Okay. Kelly is on deck. Our next comedian comes from Chicago, started a show. Kind of unique. I think there's musicians, there's comedians, and other kinds of entertainers. Pretty cool. Check it out. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, the very, very funny Michael Cooper.
Hey, y'all, how's it going? Hope everybody's doing good. I'm working through some stuff. I'll be fine. I'm doing the therapy thing now. Therapist annoys me. She's like, Michael, do you think sometimes your anger maybe is disproportionate to the situation at hand? I'm like, I don't know, asshole. That's your job. Is my anger too heavy? I don't know. Earlier, my laptop was running slow and I planned a felony. Is that too much anger? Look, so I'm trying to, you know, this hasn't been easy on me this past year, like with the family. I had to cut my father off for some things he said. He keeps trying to call me anyway, like just coming up with false premises, you know? Like I got a new job and he called me, he's like, hey, I just wanted to tell you I'm happy for you about the new job. And I was like, that is not how us not talking works, you know? You have to work on yourself and then we talk, okay? Me getting a new job doesn't make you not a racist. Like, I was gonna co-sign genocide, but then my son put on a button-up T-shirt and got himself 3 weeks of paid time off. I was gonna use that time to go visit him, but now I guess I'm just gonna use it to go fishing. You just think when you go fishing and you catch everything but your father's love? Like my plan was that my father's love for me would pull him out of racism. Look at me, white allies. There's a reason we're not in charge of strategy. I had to have a rougher conversation with my mother about mask wearing. You know, she's like, well, but when it first started, they said no mask, and now mask all of a sudden. What comes next? And I'm like, yeah, sometimes new information comes to light, and therefore you have to change your conclusion and behavior. For instance, when I was a little kid and you used to beat the shit out of me, I thought it was my fault. But recently, since I got those benefits that Dad thinks are worth a phone call, new information came to light, and it wasn't my fault or the laptop's fault. Thank y'all so much. I gotta work on this interpretive dance to Freebird.
Oh, I love that he's dancing now and not cutting anymore. One more round of applause for Michael Cooper. Yes, yes, yes. This is awesome. Y'all are great. Look, you, you're awesome. I know. And you, look, you're fantastic. And the smile, you're like glowing. It's fucking awesome. Your chin, it's fine. I still love you. We talked about that before. It's just the angle. Not you, Ira. You're wonderful. Okay, that was fun. On deck, Ralph Anthony. Our next comedian, man, if you're an early worm, if you're an early bird, y'all should hook up with this lady. She does a group Zoom breakfast meeting in the morning. She'll make breakfast and chat. So if you want to do that, you're welcome. If you're still sleeping in parallel dimensions, then maybe it's not for you. But please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, the very, very funny Kelly Zimnickis.
Hey. Latvian booty. Hello. So I had some friends suggest that I get back on the dating apps recently, put myself on the scene. And I downloaded an app, because they've got a point. So I downloaded one. And Google Play, in my downloading Hinge, said, oh, you like Hinge? Well, you might also like Sniper 3D. What? Like, do they know something I don't? Is this not going to go well? I found that very ominous, really. I really did. But, maybe like the algorithms were like, oh, she downloaded Hinge. Well, maybe she's going to become unhinged in this experience. So we should prepare her. I don't know. But so far it's not going so great. I've got to say, online dating is pretty bizarre, but I am crushing it at Sniper 3D. So thank you, Google Play. That was very helpful. I've received some pretty choice messages from guys over the past few days. Had a guy write me to say, for some reason, I'm attracted to you. For some reason, I'm not going to reply to his message. Yeah, right. I'm going to delete that one. And I got one that said, I've just moved to Canada. Can we have sex? Yeah. I don't know what they're telling people at immigration, but no, you cannot. Mind you, to be honest, I've been pretty lonely over the past few months, so maybe after 2 weeks of quarantine we can talk, but we'll see. I don't know. I was reading recently that there was this guy who invented something called a meat patch. It's for vegans who want bacon but can't have it, so they put on a patch, do the old scratch and sniff. Meat patch. And I thought, during quarantine, I've had those temptations of like wanting to text an ex. I'm sure some of us have done that. Wouldn't it be great if there was like a text your ex patch? You just put it on, you're about to send that note, and like instantly you're filled with those feelings of regret and remorse. I was like, oh my God, Zemnicus, that exists already. Yeah, it's called not drinking, but it is. Anyways, I've been Kelly Zemnicus. Thanks so much for
Kelly, the Latvian foodie, I believe, on the Instagram. But she'll put it in the chat. You can follow her, make it so easy. Thank you for watching. I hope you're having fun. Yeah, you're enjoying the chuckles. Yeah, you lose calories when you chuckle, which is nice. Yeah, and then your endorphins go up. Yeah, sometimes there's dopamine. Yeah, it's dope. It's wild. I should have higher standards for myself, but you know, a long day. Not all of them are bangers. Not all of them. We were looking around for Josh, so he might be on deck. He might not be, but I know our next comedian is here. You are cool, so you're on deck. Our next comedian's from New York City. Very, very fun. I think you're gonna have a good time. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Ralph Anthony.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. I should probably tell you guys first that I am sober. I am comedian sober though. Comedian sober is very different than sober. Comedian sober, I still drink and smoke weed. I just don't do coke anymore. Listen, like I don't trust sober people. Like I just don't trust sober people. They scare me. You know, not people that get sober. If you get sober, that's an accomplishment. Like you've achieved something. People that are just sober. People that say that reality is their drug. People that say that they get high on life. Listen, if you ever meet someone that says that they get high on life, they have a very suspect browser history. Like there is something off with them. Something is off. They are not dealing with a full deck right there. It's just off. Like this world is too tough. It's too tough. There's too much shit going on for anyone to be sober. Like you need to numb yourself to some of it. You know, I'm not saying, you know, I'm not saying, you know, pull a Scarface and shove your face in a mountain of blow, but like just smoke a little weed. So do something. Just, you know, do something. Look at all these groups in this country that are causing shit, that are causing problems. Sober people. They're sober. You know? Like look at a group like the NRA, okay? Like the NRA, the New Republican Army, you know, the Second Amendment, gun-toting, Bible-hugging people. Like, if anybody needs to get high, it's these people, right? It's them. They need it. You know, listen, I'm not saying that marijuana will prevent hate, but I know it'll prevent somebody from shooting up a church or a concert, right? Like, I don't know if weed will help you find love, but I know it'll make it harder for you to find the bullets for your gun. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I think if you want to buy a gun, you should have to take a drug test. I think if you want a gun, there has to be a mandatory drug test, and if you pass, you don't get a gun. That's what it is. You need to fail your drug test in order to get a gun. That should be the new rule. But you like, it can't be for anything. Like you can only be tested for marijuana. Like that's what you like. If you have weed in your system, then you can get a gun. You know, like then you can get a gun. Listen, pot smokers are the gold standard for safety. Okay, you ever see somebody smoke weed trying to cut an ice cream cake? They're just holding the knife very steadily, you know? And just for the sheer fact of if they were high and had a gun, they wouldn't remember that they had one anyway. All right, you guys have been great. Thank you.
Hey. There is some like super good points there. Like discredit. People need to listen to comedians. We got a lot of truth packed into our, what do you call it? Big fucking jokes that we're telling. Fucking funny. One more round of applause for Ralph, everyone. Woo. I looked at your Instagram. You've been working hard for a long time. Keep it up. I love it.
Thank you.
Awesome. All of y'all, though, for real, you guys are choosing to look at the funny parts of the life. Yeah. A lot of people are really negative or like, I don't know. You guys are choosing to look at the funny. So I appreciate that about you very much. Oh, cool. Our next comedian, I see him. He's ready to go. On deck, just so you remember, is Link. We call her Lanky. Very fun. She's from Sweden. She's on deck. All right. Our next comedian, he is from
LA.
Los Angeles. Thank you. And also wants me to say that you need to demand the right to vote by mail. You know, it's something small, but if we demand it, then we get it, and then they can't take it away. Cool. Cool. Our next comedian, he's very funny. He's from LA. Put your hands together for Josh D. Donato.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd say if we demand it, then we will get it. I just can't sign off on that. I think it would be nice if we demanded it and we got it. But and my power just came back on, so if the lights go out, it'll be different. Okay. Donald Trump last week said that Joe Biden, if he gets elected, is going to hurt the Bible and hurt God. And I don't know, if Joe Biden can hurt God, that's on you, God. You got to step up your game, son. I mean, especially because Joe Biden's so old. Wait, no, God is old too. I don't know. No, God is special. Okay. Yeah, there's this thing that's been happening the last few days. All these people that are on the supposed left are just like shit posting about Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, who aren't my first choice. You know, Elizabeth Warren and Andrew Yang would have been my ideal ticket. But I mean, given where we are, I just don't really see the point of that, unless you're a Trump person. I feel like posts like that are just kind of like if you're dating somebody and you say, oh my God, she uses the word literally so much. I think I should just shove my dick into a wood chipper. I think that's the smart play. I'm looking forward to like the possibility of another presidency where we don't necessarily know what's going on with the president for like a day. Do you know what I mean? Like every day for the last few years is like based on the feelings and whims of this one guy. And it didn't, you know, Obama, even Bush, like we didn't always know what was going on with them. And I think if Joe Biden's president, we're not going to have to ask, oh, what did the president do today? You know what I mean? Like the answer to that question would be like, he re-entered the Paris Climate Accords, reestablished friendly relations with Canada. Ah, damn you, Joe Biden! Damn you to hell! Yeah. Well, next week I'm going to talk about how Trump is exhibiting symptoms of EMS for the last 5 years. Thank you. Good day.
Put your hands together for Josh D. Donato. I love how he's talking about coming back next time. I just got goosebumps. That's so cool. Awesome. You got to be funny when you're going political, right? It's such a Not you. I don't. I mean, you probably could gag me, but sorry, that was gross. It's an open mic, just spitting jokes, just spitting. On deck is Chris. Our next comedian is from Sweden. Very, very funny. Always a hoot when she gets here, when they get here. All right. Thank you. Please put your hands together. Help me welcome to the screen, Lanky.
Hey. So I have finally accepted that I have absurd humor. So I wrote a really tiny poem to all the wonderful people who judge others. And the poem is called I Don't Give a Shit. So So it's really short. I used to give a shit. Now I don't give a shit. If you don't like my shit, you can fuck off or eat your shit. Who cares? Okay. With this pandemic, I think pigeons are having like a hard time. Like, they're on therapy. Like, so what's your problem? And this pigeon is like, well, there are no vehicles at the parking lot. Okay, and that's a problem because when there was vehicles at the parking lot, I used to shit on the vehicles to make myself feel better. But now all I can do is masturbate, but I can't because there's no pigeon porn. Okay. That's it. Peace. Bye bye.
Put your hands together one more time for Lenky. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. All right, we're moving on to page 2 here. We got Jake on deck. Our next comedian's from Las Vegas. Wants me to promote a place called Cold Brew Comedy. Cold Brew Comedy. I haven't heard of it, so I need to check it out too. Maybe we'll get a link. All right, everybody. Put your hands together. Help me welcome to the screen our next comedian, Chris Walbeck.
Sorry, that was my email about my Uber feedback. So yeah, that was a little email. That was like a little ringtone. Yeah, my apologies about that. Hey everybody, we having a good night tonight? Yeah. Awesome. I'm doing better. I'm in my new place. That's right. I literally just moved in here this past weekend, got out of my old place. Holy fucking shit, was my last landlord bad. Like, holy shit. Like, some people may have heard me talk a little bit more on the open mic. Like, let me put it this way. My biggest regret is that I didn't get some kind of illness or disease when I was living at my old house, because then I would have at least had something positive to say about my experience. Yeah, that's really how fucking bad it was. Like, it was tough to work. It's tough to live in like a house where it's like you're dealing with a landlord who has no sense of fucking logic. Like, literally no sense of logic at all. Like, during the pandemic, he got married to like a new Vegas bride and stuff, basically, and like the whole time, like, it seemed chill at first, but then all of a sudden she started doing some weird things like mixing Jägermeister and like some Ambien and just like, was almost drunk all the time. Like, I had to wake up and I just see her like, just like stubbly face first in the bathroom door. I'm like, God damn, it's only Tuesday. That's what I basically say like when I saw that. And my landlord, of course, like, he always picks someone in the house to bitch at, and it was always me. I guess it's because he had no teeth that he just needed something else to grind. So like, it was always like, for the most petty shit ever, like the most petty shit. Like I literally at one point just didn't want to be in the house, so I basically applied. I got a job at a warehouse, literally, and also because it smelled better than the house where I was living at right now. That's fair. It smelled better than the house. Like, seriously, like my landlord had like 4 cats that like he never introduced, so they're always fighting. He has like 4 litter boxes everywhere for them, and like, but yet he comes by my room. He's like, Chris, your room, it smells a little like pizza. He said, stinks, you gotta clean it. I'm like, okay, would you prefer if I let the cat shit in it so it smells more to your liking? Oh yeah, it was that bad. Like, literally, like, he would complain in the morning. He's like, Chris, you're so loud when you walk out to go to work in the morning and stuff. I'm like, well, maybe you and your wife shouldn't be passed out sleeping on the fucking living room floor. Maybe then I wouldn't be so loud stepping over you. And then like, then I actually found out later on after staying with it, the dude actually got busted for like child pornography like years and years ago. Yeah, he did. And I can honestly say that is not the worst thing about this dude. That's literally how fucking bad it was. That's not the worst thing about this fucking guy. Oh yeah. But I've been impressed, though. I'll end with this last one. I've been pretty impressed with a lot of the weird ways people have been finding ways to deal with COVID. And I've noticed that actually a lot of churches are actually doing sermons now through cars. And the pastors are referring to it as dashboard confessional. All right, you guys have
Please put your hands together for Christopher Walbeck.
Woo!
Look at his favorite bands from college. How fun. Oh wow. I can't believe it. We're already on the second list, which means half of my night is over. Y'all were great. You're fucking hilarious, each and every one of you. Thank you. On deck I have Ira. Oh, I hope Jake's here. I think so.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, thank goodness. I have no idea. It's just been a night of lots of people, but then they'll come later. As long as they get here, you know, I'm glad that you're here now. Okay, I'm going to introduce you now. That wasn't it. Everyone, please, from Quarantine Comedy on Wednesdays at 8 p.m., also from Portland, also from a time dimension similar to ours, put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Jake Hooney.
Yeah. Thank you. It's Huney, but I won't dock you points on that. Thanks, Brooke. Appreciate it. I am from Portland. There's a lot of protests going on in Portland. Have you guys heard about it? You guys know about it? Do you know what's happening in Portland?
Oh, really?
Oh, really? Yeah, you wouldn't. Who would have thought? I'm like I do go to protests every now and then. I wear a specific shirt when I go to protests. It's 3 words. It says "Love over rules," which is supposed to be like a anti-police brutality t-shirt, but it could be a pro-nepotism t-shirt. Just love over rules. I don't care. I'm giving my son this promotion. Who gives a shit? I do live in Portland. The protests have been crazy. I'm a PE teacher in Portland, and I've been going to protests. So all of my curriculum this next year is just going to be how to run from cops. And these kids are going to be so fit, so ready to go. And with COVID, it's I can't do dodgeball anymore. I made up a new game called Dodge Cough, and it'll be fine. The kids will get it. They'll the survival of the fittest, right? All right. Get those weak ass asthma kids out of here. All right, calm down. I only have 3 minutes.
Stop being funny.
I only have a little bit of time to promote so many things, like this boat. Do you guys like this boat? It's a great boat. Right now I'm at my mom's property. There's my mom and her boyfriend in the background. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
That woman is the only one that's allowed to heckle me ever. If anybody, shut up. If anybody heckles me, they owe me rides to soccer practice, lunch money, and emotional support. So, what? Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying it. Okay. Yeah. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. All right. What else? How much time I got? 30 seconds left. All right. I got my car, my mom's car stolen recently. I was watching it for a little bit, and my car keys got stolen as well. So, and my house keys. So just to recap, my house keys got stolen, the place where I live, and then my car keys got stolen, my backup place to live. And then my mom's car, moving back in with the parents. So recently got all that back. It actually showed up a lot better than it left. Like the wheels are fine, the radio's fixed, and it smells like weed. All right. Thanks, Brooke.
Thank you, Jake. You guys, everybody put your hands together for Jake and Jake's mom. Woo! Thank you. That was really fun. It's like he didn't want us to laugh, but then he would take all that time introducing us. And I was like, Jake's killing it. And then I heard about his life, and I'm like, whoa, that sucks. What do you do, right? What do you do? We just do interpretive dances sometimes, right? Where we touch ourselves.
That's how we get by, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. On deck is Victor Luna, our next comedian. Oh, I don't even think I have all of the words. I'll try to just put a few together. she's been helping me tonight, and she's been doing a fantastic job keeping track of who's late, who's popping up, who I almost missed. And she's funny, and she helped me host one night when I was traveling, so she's reliable too. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, the very funny Ira Claiborne.
Oh, hello. Funny and reliable too. Ooh, that's a pretty good ad, right? Okay then. So I was gonna like try to rep up the teachers until I heard Jake's shit about weak ass asthma kids because I have asthma. Go fuck yourself, Jake. But anyway, hopefully I'm a survivor. That's why I quit teaching this year. Kidding, not kidding. No, that's real. If you guys have job leads, hit me up. Anyway, if you can't tell that I'm gay by just the amount of flirtation that happens, I identify as gay asterisk, so that's mostly gay, but will deviate for dick when you live in Augusta, Georgia, and you've dated all lesbians. JK, I've branched out to other places. I got a little boo in Boston. Hey girl, hope you but I do also identify as a homosexual doula. Which if you can't figure out what that means, I kind of like help guide people in the right direction to their queerness. It's just happened for everyone, like a Robin Hood for lesbians, if you will, or like like, you know what Jesus said about the 99 sheep? Y'all definitely know you got to go get that one, right? So that's I have like a really high rate of conversion and effectiveness. So just send anybody. It's like the opposite of those camps that you were supposed to go to. Yikes, too touchy. Okay. Subject. You know what's coming back in? Body hair. Why? We're in fucking quarantine. Look at my fucking eyebrows. They look amazing, right? You know, I knew the whole concept of doing nothing would eventually pay off. It was a lot of plucking pressure, feel me? Okay, so here's the segment of the show called I'ma Talk Shit. So Kamala and Bernie, everybody knows they suck. I mean, wait, that was a dream. Okay, Kamala and Biden. So they're not everything we want. They have potential, I guess, which is like not what anybody wants. They're never our first choice. I just want to point all of these things out because there's something funny there. I just don't know what it is because it's real. If you guys didn't know, so Joe's also a pedophile. I'm nervous because I want to run for president someday, and I went to a women's college and I grabbed a lot of ass unconsensually. Dang, I swear to God. Like, I would apologize. I'm gonna own it. I swear. Like, I'm gonna do it differently. Something you guys should look up is that Wu-Tang has created a new ice cream jingle for Good Humor and all of the ice cream trucks. There's something really funny there. I guess I shouldn't give you guys free shit. And lesbians, you think they're handy. I'm not. And no lesbian actually wants to pay for shit. And I can speak for all of them when I say that. My name's Ira Claiborne. Follow me, XOXO.
Okay, doula. Okay, doula. I thought you said after you go hiking, you're very handy. Wow. Let's just take a minute so me and Ira can flirt with one another. So yeah, cool. We'll staple. Okay. On deck stapling is when you just touch clits. Yeah. Okay. No.
You're making it really hard to listen.
I woke up this morning, it was 6:09.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking good day. Fucking good day. Okay. On deck is Adam, our next comedian. He's from New York City. Very funny. Was here last week. Bye, Rachel. We loved you. You're so funny. And you're welcome. Thank you for the luck. I hope that I don't need any. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, the very funny Victor Luna.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So I'm Filipino, and I think we're the only people in the world who actually encourages marrying outside of our culture because we believe it enriches our communities and our gene pool. Example, average height of a Filipino, 5'2". I'm 6 feet tall because my great grandmother fucked a Frenchman. Grandma took one for the team. She did it for her grandbabies. And wouldn't you know, her sacrifice just 2 generations later would yield me, someone who half of you probably thought was Samoan. But in continuing with the family tradition, I did marry white. And when I told my mom that I was dating white, she immediately said, prove it, send a pic. And I did. And she texted back, too pretty for you. Is she blind? Now, most people in the audience would go, "Oh, sad. That's so cruel." But then I go through the gallery view, and then I see faces that can only come from children of immigrants, and they give me this look that's just saying, "She called you ugly. So what? That's it? What's the joke?" All right. Chuckle there, but I better work on that one. Anyway, my wife is actually legally blind. My mom was right. I am an LA 2, New York 4, but a blind Ohio 11. I said legally blind. She's not like the Helen Keller, braille reading, touch your face kind of blind. It's more that her vision is so fuzzy that she can't tell the difference between me and The Rock. So what I'm saying is that even blind people think I'm Samoan. But I did grow up in the Philippines, and as someone who comes from a poor Asian country, I think I am the only one probably qualified to say the one thing that everyone has thought of saying during this pandemic but can't. Fuck you, China. You done broke the world, and now we're doing this shit. And I can say that without getting canceled, because after all, I'm just a brown boy standing in front of a webcam asking China to get ass cancer. That's my time. Thanks, guys.
Wow. Still had 5 more seconds. Wow. Sorry, that was hilarious. I didn't.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fun to say, I bet. Is that fun for you to say that out loud?
Oh, yeah. It's really fun.
Fucking brown boy. Someday I'll be like, fucking white girl, pigtails and your cute face and you're laughing. But it's not about me. On deck is Jenna. Oh, this is so fun. Y'all are great. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing all your funnies with us. Mwah! Yeah. Okay. Our next comedian's from Miami, Florida. Very fun. Ben coming for several weeks. Almost starting to feel like family. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Richard Carries.
Hello, everybody. What's up from Miami? Let me find the timer chick. Hold on. There she goes. All right, cool. All righty. So looks like NASA has no longer decided to stop naming things that they find in space after racist names, you know, like the Eskimo Nebula and the Siamese twin galaxy, right? And as I'm reading this story, I can't just help but think that somebody in the Washington football organization is thinking to themselves, Jesus, those names don't sound that bad. Speaking of Native Americans, I was hanging out with my cousin the other day, and her husband, who happened to be a white guy, says that he has documentation, actual paperwork that proves that he's Native American. You know, he's actually an Indian, right? So that got a laugh out of me. And then I went into deep thought, and then I said to myself, well, how do I prove that I'm Black American? A bill of sale? Yeah, so this lady from Georgia got elected into Congress, and she's a very strong believer in that group QAnon, right? Now, if you don't know what the QAnon group is, I implore you to look them up. You'll get pissed, but you'll have a laugh as well. Some of the dumb shit they believe in, aside, they were the people who believed the child prostitution ring that hit out of a pizza parlor. Well, these assholes actually believe that if you drink children's blood, you'll get younger, right? Children's blood. What a bunch of, we all know the key to staying young isn't children's blood. It's children's urine. All right. How else would R. Kelly look so good for his age and be able to hit those high notes? Speaking of scumbags, they've been talking a lot about Jeffrey Epstein, you know, and his island. They've even dubbed it Pedophile Island, which was confusing to me because I always thought Pedophile Island was Thailand. But if Jeffrey Epstein was a priest, you think he'd still be alive today? While we're on the subject of religion, you know, it's no secret that the church has always been late when it comes to adjusting to technology, right? Like it wasn't that long ago that their version of a laptop was an altar boy. Alrighty, and that's all I got. I got 10 seconds left, so I'll use that time to say, Brooke, I saw your show the other day. I'm very jealous of you, how you guys got to perform on stage. It was very funny. I like that little boo thing that you did. Follow me on Instagram. My name's Carries Richard. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Woo! Put your hands together for Carries Richard. Thank you. It was a fun show. They it was at the Backline, and they have it set up for social distance. So there's like 4 sections, and like a section of 4, a section of 5, a section of 6, and then like you wear your mask. You take your mask off when you're sitting. But hey, you know, we're all alive. Who knows what'll happen in a month or two? Just one day at a time.
I don't know, man. Florida is full of morons. That sheriff is letting people not wear masks, so who knows?
Yeah, and at the same time, you can hit your vape through your mask. So I don't know. And you know, like baby's urine, like don't knock it until you. Never mind. That's weird. That's weird. Good material though. Very good material. Very funny.
Thank you.
Okay. Spider, you're on deck. Our next comedian. Y'all, this is exciting. I think it's their first time here. So unmute yourself. Make sure you give her a big hearty Backline audience here. Please put your hands together from Seattle, right? The very, very funny Jenna.
Hi. Thanks so much, Brooke. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Well, you know, before I get started, I just wanted to apologize, you know, if I seem a bit distracted tonight. I just got my screen time report, and it informed me that I wasted my youth. So that's something I'll be unpacking in real time this evening. You know, I'm doing my best to stay grounded in these trying times, so much so that I actually cannot get up. Cannot get off the ground, but you know, I'm still here, remaining present, remaining mindful. Every day I dip my finger in the Dorito dust between my boobs and add another tally to the wall. I've also been making a lot of to-do lists, which I find incredibly satisfying. Specifically, I enjoy crossing off the date to write a future date. Been doing a lot of cooking in quarantine, which can be a struggle. You know, like I want to try new recipes, but I hate when they call for things I don't have. For example, a positive attitude. I mean, realistically, though, like I feel like my main barrier to cooking is that you need to maintain this like inventory of herbs and spices, right? And I don't have that. I don't have it. So like the other day I went to make tacos and I discovered that I have 4 open containers of cumin and no serotonin. So that's weird. Not sure how that happened. I'm a teacher. Obviously, this is a really strange time to be doing that. I work for a Catholic school, which means that I have Catholic health insurance, which means that there is one in-network doctor who nobody's seen in person for over 2,000 years. The sign on his door that's like, be back someday. Just not sure my rash can wait till then is the thing. That one's for everyone who went to Sunday school and who pays full price for birth control. So you're welcome. I feel like password requirements have gotten out of hand. I do, it's too much, you know, like I had to change my email password the other day because apparently it didn't pass the Bechtel test. And like, I'm sorry, you expect me to create a password containing 2 characters who are women and talk to each other about something other than a man? Security has gone too far. Thanks so much, Brooke.
Woo! We go for Jenna.
Yeah.
A little bite of some chocolate. That's why my mouth's full. In case you're wondering why my mouth is full, but thank you for coming and sharing you with us. It was very fun. Come back. We do this every week. And pretty soon, I haven't looked at how soon, but pretty soon we're gonna do a lightning round. So it's kind of like going around the buffet one more time and getting another sample of that, another sample of that. It's weird. I like words, but sometimes I say them weird. You guys might do that too. Okay. Thank you, Jenna. Super fun. All right, Arvin, you're on deck. Our next comedian. It's from Cleveland, Ohio. Very, very fun. And I met him virtually in Indiana. Life is weird like that. Maybe. I think that's where I'm at. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Spider Jones.
Oh my God. I don't know about y'all, but today has just been one of those lazy ass days. I didn't get out of bed till like 6:53 p.m. like Eastern time, and I just officially gave up on 2020. I no longer give a shit. Like I ordered an entire large meat lovers pizza. I ordered it from Papa John's, and I know black people aren't supposed to like them because they're racist, but I had a coupon, so I just said the hell with it. You know, like went full stereotype, even got like the 2-liter orange crush, so like I'm hating them, but at the same time I'm like, oh, you're evil, but at the same time I'm black. So everything was cool, man. And like I'm 41 now, so like I'm not supposed to like to have like a midlife crisis until now, but the problem is I had one when I was 22, so I don't know what to do now. When I was 22, I had a heart condition, and they told me that I probably wouldn't live past 24. And for 24 to 27, I had 2 heart attacks and a mild stroke. And even with all those things happening, voluntarily moving to Ohio and staying is still the worst decision I've ever made. But like when you find out you're about to die, you have like a crisis. And I started doing all the things that like people in their 40s start doing. Like I started buying like expensive cars and doing dumb shit. And then once they like, oh, you're getting close, I literally just started doing things that like what we say white people do. I learned how to skydive. And I took all the lessons. I did all the work. I had my Power Ranger jumpsuit on. It was all red. I even got like a matching jumping helmet. And I was walking to the plane playing DMX. I was all hyped. And I got like 2 steps to the plane, and my brain was like, your blackness is confirmed that you can't do this. I was like, you're right. We should just go home. And then a friend of mine was just like, you should try whitewater rafting. I was just like, oh, you just saying that because you just want to see if I can't swim. I was like, that's just wrong. And I can't have that at my funeral, being the black dude that died whitewater rafting, just to see which one of my cousins are going to stand together and sing a Boyz II Men hymn at my funeral. I was like, we can't have that. It's just wrong. Yeah. But all these things are happening. And now I'm getting older. And because like I've had so many medical issues, I get emails for stuff that like older people that's like 50s and 60s and get. Like I get letters for like AARP and like the Golden Buckeye and like discounts to like buffets and stuff. And I was cool with that until I got an email for free Viagra. And that was the only time I responded. I was just like, yeah, dear Viagra, thank you for the offer, but my dick still works. It's kind of like a military vet. Everyone thinks it's for a service, but no one wants to give it a job right now. Thank you.
Please put your hands together one more time. Spider Sounds. Sorry, I was taking a drink that time. That's why my mouth was full, I promise.
You're making a TikTok video. It's okay. We'll
No, you can do reels on Instagram now. Like, who needs TikTok anymore? Since it's banned. I think our president would prefer it if we were tweeting. How many things we've discussed tonight. Our little monologues that we do to one another. Our funny monologues. All right. Zoe's on deck. Our next comedian, he's from Philadelphia. Fantastic human. Fucking funny. Animated. Fun to watch. So make sure you're just watching him because that's half of the fun. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Alvin Clay.
Hey everybody. Rookie, you get this wrong every time. I'm actually in Pittsburgh. And you know the interesting thing about Pittsburgh is that classy and sophisticated are two words that will never be used to describe the city. Little fact in case anybody know. So I was talking to a friend of mine today, and specifically about her virtual doctor's appointment. And like how weird it is, and how she feels like all of a sudden we've sort of been like pushed 50 years into the future, right? And I totally agree. It's like the Jetsons out there, you know, like a dystopian Jetsons with no flying cars. And incidentally, the dystopian Jetsons is coming soon to Disney Plus because you know they own everything. Talking to another friend of mine today because I have more than one, and we got into a stupid fight, and it just came from something that okay. So all I asked was if he was kind of like frustrated that he spent all that time and money on music school only to end up in a cover band. And you know, he got really upset about that and tried to spend the next half hour trying to convince me that playing in the symphony was different than being in a cover band. It's not. If you're playing somebody else's music and you have to be as close to the original as possible, it doesn't matter what discount Men's Warehouse tuxedo you dress it up in, you're in cover band. Let's see now. What else? What else do I want to talk about? I don't know if any of you keep up with the news at all, but there was some really, really serious controversy that happened recently within the replica lightsaber community. And that sentence alone tells you why it is that Gen X can't have nice things. Spend money on lightsabers. Let's see now. Also, speaking of the news, I learned recently about the power of the written word, and it was when I read something, and I'll read it back to you. Protesters removed 2 Confederate statues from the Capitol, hanging one from a Raleigh light post. That like really hit me because it was at that moment that I learned I could get an erection from reading a headline. So that was one more thing about the written word. You know, I started writing horror fiction about the old gods coming back to Earth to mate with humans, but they all end up with STDs, and I'm going to publish the stories under the name HPV Lovecraft. Thank you, everybody. My name is Alvin. Have a good night.
Put your hands together one more time for Arvin in this city of Pittsburgh. If it's one thing I do know is making mistakes, you know? Making mistakes, I do them all the time. I try not to do them all in a row, but sometimes I'll do 7 or 8 in a row. You might not be able to tell, but my left eye is lazy and my nose is a little bit crooked and I got a crooked tooth. That's just all in like one little part of my face. So I'll memorize everybody's cities. What's going to happen is we're all going to like get to travel and see each other in real life and actually be in the cities and experience the cities. And then it won't be so like, what do you call it? I don't know,
Abstract.
whatever this is. This is great, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I communicated all of my thoughts. I did enough. Wow. Okay, let's keep going. Thank you, Arvin. Yay! Okay, on deck is Adam. Our next comedian is from Portland. She's a hoot. She's got an open mic after this. So if you're like, fuck yeah, do it. Have so much fun. Make life great. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Zoe Provo.
Woo! Yeah, wait, hang on. I brought my own intro music. Hang on 1 second. There's some hoes in the house. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. There's some whores in this house. I can't stand my roommates. It's fine. I left some mayo out on the counter. I'm all for making fun of white people, but I left some mayo out on the counter, and I'm pretty sure one of them took it as a threat. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know what to tell. I really did just get quiet because I was worried somebody would hear me. And then I realized this is online. So anyway, love the song though. Love the song though. Feminism, hop on top. I want to ride. I do a giggle. Well, it's a why you gotta tell all our secrets, Cardi? You're supposed to just do it, and then the guy's like, "Oh, what's that? That's amazing!" And you're like, "Cardi told everyone it's fine." I love it. I love it so much for everyone who still fucks. I'm
Right.
like, I'm good. I mean, I'm 33. I've fucked all my fucks. I think I've decorated my bedroom like a child's room. It's cloud themed. I'm not fucking in here. I also recently decided that I want to have kids, so that's made sex weird and boring and kind of unproductive, you know? And the last dude, I turned my fan off for this, and it's like a sauna in here now. And like, it's really loud fan. Let's go back to the important stuff. Material I wanted to work on. The last 30-something-year-old dude I had random one-night stand with did look like a giant baby and did suck on my nipple like he was trying to get milk out of it.
Oh my
Yeah. Really made me think about the functionality of breasts when someone's like, yeah, let me suck on them titties like I did with my mommy. Yeah, when I was a baby. Like we all did, unless you were a formula fed, in which case mommy had a deficiency that I'll never forgive her for. And also, formula's expensive. It's actually the most stolen item from grocery stores. They put little anti-theft tags on them. It's actually super classic. Hey, girl, you got any milk? Oh, God. Right before, unrelated. I can't believe how much I'm sweating. Wait, actually, this is a big tip. Can you guys hear the fan?
No.
It feels much better. Wow, what a good segue. It's nothing. Right before quarantine must be a really bad time to have gastric bypass surgery. Because then, who's going to see it? My doctor's always trying to get you do this diet while I eat for my blood type, but instead I've decided to get an ancestry test so I can drink for my bloodline. Something about social media. Broke!
Please keep it going for Zoe, everybody. Oh, fucking who you are. Thank you for letting me go to the bathroom. I had to pee so much.
You're welcome.
And then I still got to laugh when I came back. Oh, that was great.
Get it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Make him say there's just so much. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, Alvin's gonna go soon. Alvin popped in the room. We'll take
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey, how about you be on deck? You be on deck. So you won't be next, but you'll be after the next person.
All right.
Omaha. He kind of had an iffy time last time, so he said he's gonna do good. He says I'm gonna do good. So let's see. We're gonna be real critical, everybody. Put your hands together. Welcome to the screen. He said how to pronounce it. He said how to pronounce it. He said how to pronounce it. Adam Coquetto. Perfect. You're muted. This is great already. You're on mute. Yeah, it's great. That's like
man.
For real, you're on mute. Which is fine.
Someone peeing?
How about now?
Yeah, there we go.
Now we can hear you.
Okay, well, I had a great joke about Brooke and using paper clips, but I'm just going to write, yes, and I'm going to move right into my material about my hangover this weekend. And I came to a realization that when I'm drunk, I'm just not that funny. And that's the whole punchline. When I'm drinking, I feel like I'm a man with the wit of Mark Twain mixed with the confidence of Jerry Seinfeld. In actuality, I'm a dumb Kanye West mixed with a rude Kanye West. So you imagine a guy like me just stumbling around like that, just ready to yell out, "Hey, Taylor, I'm going to let you finish." And then out of nowhere, just screaming with no context, "George Bush hates black people." And then Mike Myers is standing right next to me going, "I don't know this guy." And then the crazy thing is, after my hangover, I'm the guy making excuses for Kanye. I'm like, "Yeah, I know I did that, but Runaway was a really good song. He just didn't mean it." So at night when I'm half asleep, I always come up with these great ideas. And there was this one night where I had this awesome idea, and it was this fantastic joke. So no problem, I write it in my log. And so a couple days go by and I go, let me get that good idea I had a few nights ago. I looked at it and it said, Tide Pods. What the fuck does that mean? Buy Tide Pods? Is there a joke about Tide Pods? Am I out of them? Did I eat them all? I was just glad I didn't write like orgy, hide the evidence, or get tested. So thanks everybody. I figured out how to use my microphone. So have a good night and take care.
Woo! Woo! Please put your hands together one more time for Adam.
Woo! Adam. Woo!
He's new, not just to Zoom, but also to stand up. And he made us laugh.
Woo!
I say, come back next week. We'll have you back again. As long as we don't end like we ended last time. We're early still. It's still an early night. Okay. Woo, on the list. On deck is Stephanie. But before Stephanie, we've got a new comedian that I've never seen before from Stockton, California. Got it. Yeah. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Alvin Mclinty or Mclinty.
Yeah, appreciate it, Brooke. Thank you. Yep. First time here. I haven't seen you either. I'm blind and Filipino. That's why I look Korean. And I don't know if Victor's still in the room, but yeah, Victor's right about enriching our gene pool. Yeah, we love to, as Filipinos, we love to marry outside the race, especially with white people. Now Filipinos, you know, they like to marry every color of the rainbow. But back in the days, white was the thing, and that's where you get the term white on rice. Yeah. Man, this quarantine situation it's got me fucked up. Like I'm pretty sure by now everyone know what the coronavirus is. You know, the symptoms and how it affects people, anyone and everyone, and who it affects. You know, and for the most part, it affects people with pre-existing conditions, right? Yes. See, during this quarantine, I thank COVID-19 for making me realize that I'm now an official slob. Yes, because I haven't done anything. All I do is scratch my balls all day and drink cold ones and get high every now and then. But it's a little bit confusing because I'm starting to develop pre-existing conditions. Yes, all my levels are up. My cholesterol level, my LDLs, my HDL, HTML, my MTV. It's all I'm having health risk issues now. So it's confusing. So thank you,
1 minute.
COVID-19, for
1 minute.
all right, got you. 1 minute, yes, that's pretty much my sex life. Yes, 1 minute. But yeah, man, like thank you, COVID-19, for either way, I'm fucked. I'm fucked during the lockdown. I'm fucked when I go outside. So I'm gonna catch the coronavirus either way. But luckily, I took my test the other week, and my results came back negative. I'm happy for that. But somehow I was confused, a little confused, because my corona results came back way too tipsy. Anyway, that's been my time. Thank you, bro.
Okay. Woo! Oh, that was fun. All right, keep it going one more time for Alvin. Thank you.
Thank you.
You'll have to come back again. We love we have this is cool because I'm in Omaha, but we have people from all over, old, young, people who are young who think they're old, or old who think they're young, and then it's just great. It's just such a really neat variety of awesome people. Thank
Diversity.
you.
Disabilities.
Yes, thank you. They have one word. I could have said it in one word, but I them. My mom named me Brooke, but I looked up what Brooke means. It means to babble. I'm just being me. That's all. Cool. On deck is Cody Webb, our next comedian. She is from Eureka, California. She is so much fun. Maybe she'll sing to us. If not, check out her YouTube. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Stephanie Knowles.
Hey, I also just wanted to say that I have a writing workshop called the Savage Henry Writers Lounge on Thursday at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. So in another writing workshop, I created this little bit the other day. I'm thinking about if we had to go pay to go have sex, and they had a ride share service type thing for sex. That would be great. So let him ride share apps and others for sexy time. Uber, eat you out. Butt lift, the only rideshare app where you can get a butt lift. DoorDash, the only delivery app that you can order food and escorts at the same time. Then another, y'all heard of our fire nados? That's a thing. What's that next on the bingo apocalypse going on here? They're gonna make a movie for Fire NATO soon. I know it because they already had Sharknado 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, Sharknado 420. Sharknado 420 is pretty dope.
Yes.
But here's some other NATOs that they haven't thought about to make movies on about. You have the Serenado, which is a shark made up of old men in barbershop quartets, and instead of roaring, it goes ah, 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 and it's just serenade you the whole way. Then you've got the Prayer NATO, which is made up of Christian moms praying the gay away. This one's a really scary one. It's also praying all of our nasty sins. And it sounds like, Amen, Jesus Christ, shame, 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 shame. And you just you have to really run from that one. Then almost on another level up, you have the Karen NATO, which is a tornado made up of Karens calling 911 and trying to talk to the manager. And it sounds like, I want to speak to the manager. I'm being harassed. And then the final scariest tornado of them all is the Scarinado, which is basically every event of 2020 just wrapped up into one fucking tornado, and the sound of that is me crying in quarantine. Okay.
Okay, one more round of applause for Stephanie Knowles.
Thank you.
So much fun. Fucking hoots. Okay. Our next comedian got to drive through Nebraska and hates it. And he's like, this has to be a Stephen King novel. Turns out it's a shit ton of them. Yeah. I don't need to ruin it. Maybe he has got a bunch of jokes about it. But everybody, please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Cody Webb.
Yeah, Cody. Yeah, so I am currently driving cross country from Boston to Portland. I'm moving to back to Oregon, moving to Portland. And yeah, I got into a car wreck in Nebraska and not a fan. Somebody pulled out in front of me. And I'm blaming the entire state for that. So I think I'm being completely irrational. So yeah. So right now I'm in Boise. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I think I'm cursed. The Midwest is cursed for me. I don't know. I'm a bit flustered. Driving all day will do that for you, but you know, whatever. It's not like this is recorded or anything going on the internet. People can judge me based on it, whatever. It's fine. All right. Completely forgot all my material that I was going to do about the thing, so let's go back to stuff I've actually written down before. All right, perfect. I fell for a John Stamos death hoax once. And I didn't realize he was alive until 3 years later when I saw him in a yogurt commercial. And even then, my first thought wasn't, wow, John Stamos is alive? No, my first thought was, wow, where'd they get all this footage of John Stamos eating yogurt? You realize how insane of a thought that is? In order for that to make sense, John Stamos would have had to like to secretly record himself eating yogurt, not tell anyone, die. His family would have had to find that footage, also not tell anyone, wait the appropriate amount of time for everyone to mourn the death of John Stamos, which is apparently 3 years, and then sell that footage to some yogurt company. I don't remember which one, but given we're working with John Stamos, pretty much can guarantee it's Greek yogurt. So honestly, that's not my favorite joke to tell. But I've got a very limited time frame to tell that joke. Like I can only tell that joke while John Stamos is still alive. If I come up here and say that I fell for a John Stamos death hoax once after he's dead, you know there's going to be one person in the audience who's going to be, John Stamos is dead, you asshole. I deal with a lot of things, but being heckled by a diehard Full House fan who has just been bereaved of John Stamos, not something I want to deal with. So I'm going to get as much mileage out of that joke while I still can. All right. Thank you very much. I think Cody Webb.
Woo! Put your hands together one more time for Cody.
Woo!
Wow. Some of you might not. I think maybe a lot of y'all know this. I do a show. Well, Natalie and I, we do a show on Fridays called Contagious, the stay-home comedy show. And a lot of y'all funny fuckers have been on it. And some of y'all are going to be on it. It's so cool. So, yeah, that's cool. I was like bringing it out like I was going to show you. I got secrets. You guys find out about these like a week ahead of time. I know months ahead of time. Ugh, don't get me started on complex math. I made discoveries that would blow your minds. I really want to talk about it. That's all I want to talk about. But like, they're like, just do the mic. And I'm like, but math, like it's 4.669. Like, it's like the secret. And it's like the secret to the chaos theory. And you know how it feels like we're going through a really chaotic time right now? I just want there to be a pattern, to be some kind of normalcy to this chaos. And I feel like if it's a 69, like I almost want to cry. Like that makes it better than okay. Like You all get it. It's the what do you call it? The equality, you know, like I'm getting something and you're getting something. Like you all are making me laugh and I'm making you laugh. Hopefully. Thank you, Cody. Basically what I wanted to say was that Cody, you did a good job and you're going to be on my show and then I get to hear longer, and I think that all of that would be funny longer. Like I want to keep hearing the word John Stamos, and I feel like every time I hear it I would laugh longer than the time before. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah. Cool. A couple of people haven't shown up. If they show up, then we're gonna throw them in. But our next comedian, you might have remembered him from earlier today in a different room, in a different state, with a different hair braids and maybe even a different shirt. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Ian Rylan Smith.
Hey everybody. So, as I'm sure none of you are surprised, I got kicked out of Brooke's house for being too annoying.
Yeah.
That is why I am now in this very dark place. I'm, of course, speaking of South Dakota. I mean, it's been pretty good. I had a good time. I give it probably a 7 out of 10, but that's just for the squares. You know, we were talking about significant figures today, and we don't have to round up to 7. It could just be 6.9 out of 10. Wow, that got too deep. See, I had actual jokes. Oh, people think I'm a Chad. That's why I get a lot of men asking me for dating advice. I'm not sure why. I didn't know I gave off that vibe. But they say, Ian, how do you be a Chad? And I say, well, being a Chad is not about going up to women and being an asshole. It's about not caring too much about what they think. Because women are not objects. They are people. And people are fucking stupid. Don't laugh too hard, guys. It works both ways. She doesn't have to listen to everything you have to say. I hope you know she tunes all that Zelda shit out. Like, she's not into it. Star Wars, no, none of that. Unless, I don't know. Unless you, like, run over a clone trooper or something. Like, someone in a Star Wars costume. Like, that would be a real disaster. Like, if you had to deal with someone who you hit. This is going off the rails, by the way. I should probably tell an actual joke before I get the rug pulled out from under me. Let's see. Here's a one-liner here. Incest porn is just normal porn if you turn the sound off. Let's see. Another joke. You guys like jokes? What's the difference between money and blood? Blood actually trickles down. Yes, right. That's my time. Thank you very much. Rylan Smith.
Keep it going for Ian, everybody. Unlike Ali, he came to a full and complete stop and then did his set so we didn't have to have any panic attacks during the show. Thank you so much. Good job. Okay. I'm looking at the list and I don't see Annalise yet. I did see her watching. Sometimes she's just trying to get the children to bed and she'll pop in. Alex is here. Chino is here. So we might just have 3 comedians. We might have 4. And then we're going to have our lightning round. We're doing great. We're having so much fun. I got a cramp from laughing a little bit ago, and I have a feeling it might happen again. I don't know. No pressure, though. No pressure. Our next comedian from Trenton, New Jersey, at Chino Got Jokes. You can even send him money on the Venmo at Chino, 2 N's, Got Jokes. Oh, look, he put it in the screen. So fucking easy. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Chino De Leon.
What up, everybody? What up? Yeah, man. Sitting there pondering on how much I fucking love weed.
Woo!
No, seriously, like there's not one thing in this world weed doesn't make better. Name it, it makes it fucking better. You know what I do miss? I kind of miss the old anti-weed commercials. They were meant for you to scare you away from weed, but to be honest, it actually made me curious. This was specific commercial was the one with the dog. Y'all remember the one with the talking dog? It was like late '90s, early 2000s. The dog would jump on the chair and he would be like, "Hey, Lindsay, I don't like that you smoke marijuana. You're not the same when you're high. I wish you were the same. I miss my best friend." And then he jumps off the chair and just leaves like he's pissed at the bitch. And it made me think. Can you imagine every time you smoke weed, you could talk to your fucking dog? I would fucking smoke all day, every day, because I have fucking questions. First one is, when you lick your balls, does it feel good? I'm jealous at that one. When you smell another dog's asshole, is that like a form of doggy ID? Like, oh, this is a fucking husky right here. Hold on, you telling me you can fucking talk this whole fucking time and you still decided to piss this shit on my fucking carpet, you bastard? No, seriously, you could talk and you can fucking tell me, hey, gotta go take a shit. Wake up, bucko. I mean, if you were doing it because I was sleeping, then I respect the courtesy, but still, you asshole. Anyway, I would talk to that dog heavy. I would start asking him questions. Maybe he won't know, but we can figure it out together. That's the joke I forgot last week that I completely fucking froze. So thank you. Damn right. You're welcome, guys. Anyway, one thing and then I'll fucking leave. Does holy water only become holy water after Jesus washes his hands? Anyway, that's my time, man. I appreciate you. My name's Chino De Leon. Love y'all, man.
Keep it going for Chino. Chino De Leon. He's got jokes all day, every day. Funny, funny, funny. I just got to write this down because I don't want to forget. I have a joke I want to tell you, and I wanted to tell you now, but I'm like, oh, I can say it in the minute round. I'm gonna say that later. I'm excited. Okay, that's coming up soon. We've got a couple comedians, maybe two, maybe three. From Camarillo. It kind of rhymes with his name. One time he shaved his eyebrows. That was wild. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Alex Portillo.
Woo! Portillo from Camarillo. How's everybody doing tonight?
Woo!
Woo!
Okay, I'll tell you how I really feel. Yeah, so I'm a little bit disappointed, to be honest. I always see this thing like Olga from Russia, and I'm like so excited to see Russian comedy because it's so dark, and a little bit disappointed. And I've seen her a couple times on the list, and she never shows up when I'm around. And then I have a little tickle in my throat. I know this is like the millionth time I felt a tickle in my throat since the pandemic, but guys, this could be the one. This could be it, or not. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, and man, I had a bunch of Russian jokes. I'm still gonna tell them, I guess. So a couple weeks ago, we got like a new website at work, and we had like this new website, and one of the first customers to use the website was this like really this Russian professor who started his own company, and he was like a competitor to us, and we're like, hey, we can't we're not sure if we can sell to you because you sell competing products. And he's like, no, but I have one of your microscopes, it's okay. And I was like, no, sorry. And then he's like, you do a good job. I was like really hurt. And it triggered me because it reminded me of that time I had an 8-year marriage to a Russian. Yes, a 70-year-old Russian man named Yuri, who was very verbally abusive to me. And it was a polygamous, sexless marriage. But then we split up relatively amicably, and I'm a doctor now. What I'm saying is like getting your PhD and picking your professor is like a terrible marriage. Yeah, some of the other like sister and brother spouses, yeah, are shunned, but so we still talk every now and then. Yeah. So this election, right? Do we really have a choice? Because I get the impression that it's either up to China or Russia to choose our president. So who's it going to be? Is it going to be, China? China wants Biden because, they want Biden because Biden will play nice probably with them, while Russia likes Trump because they have similar style points. Okay. First of all, and also just because divided America, makes a weaker America, makes Russia stronger, and can do whatever they want. Okay, I don't know. You got to figure this out. So what I'm going to do is I work in science.
Thank you.
Right.
I had just put some chocolate in my mouth. That's what my mouth is full right now. I promise. Please put your hands together one more time for Alex Portillo.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Yes, politics, opinions, and it's a scary world out there. We're all dirty. We're all contagious. Oh my gosh, it's our headliner. Oh my goodness. If you haven't looked at the video yet, okay, there's a video of Saturday night. I had a lady lined up already and she couldn't make it. And so I asked Annalise if she would feel comfortable. She did a 5-minute set for my live show and she did such a great job. I was so excited that
oh, thank you.
Wonderful. It's so fun. So if you haven't seen it, I mean, obviously it's hilarious. and we get to watch it right now. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen. Annalise Wright.
Oh, thank you, Brooke. So my kid is in online school, which is weird, but parents think kids won't like online school because, they'll miss their friends. Well, I'm here to tell you that online school would be pretty great. I mean, if you turn your camera off on the Zoom meeting, you can do whatever you want. My kid just ate some snacks she wasn't supposed to eat. But if it were me, it would be more like this. Okay, class, we're going to conjugate verbs in 21 different ways. Yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, class, we're going to do geometric proofs. Yeah, man. Or today we are going to discuss War and Peace. Yeah, so that's how that would go if I got to do it. I'm kind of sad I didn't get to do it. So I like comics. I like all y'all because we're all fucking weird.
Yeah.
And we're weird because we want our friends and family to do crazy stuff so we can talk about it. Open mics everywhere. So I actually want my friends to get high, put on Gorilla masks, drive down to the local grocery store, masturbate, and get caught by a cop. Because I want to talk about this shit. This is great. But when I tell my family members what I wish would happen to them, it's kind of awkward. Like I write it in greeting cards and they don't like it. So I wrote, "Dear Grandma, I hope you have a great Christmas, and maybe it would be good if you ate some of Cousin Larry's special brownies and then left your dentures out after dinner. Love your granddaughter. Heart." Anyway, yeah, I'm weird. I also like to watch weird videos. One of my favorite weird videos on Facebook is somebody who is pole dancing for Jesus. It's in a church, so it makes me wonder what they teach at that church. Do they teach that the Holy Trinity is the ultimate threesome? Do they teach that the burning bush is herpes? Do they teach that Jesus was not supposed to die on the cross? It was just supposed to be a little light bondage, but Jesus forgot the safe word. All right, that's it for me. Thank you so much, guys.
Let's keep it going for Annalise. Yeah, killing it on the virtual screen, killing it at the lawyer game, killing it at being a mom, killing it on the real life stage, killing it at being a friend and being nice. Damn. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh my goodness, look at this room. Look at you, look at you, look at you. If your video is off, I'm going to assume that you are not really here and you will not be a part of our speed round. So the key is you got your video on. I know you're in. Natalie does this nice little thing. After you do your set, she'll put like a little line or something under your name. So I hopefully don't put you up twice, but I smoke weed. So like sometimes I'll forget. Mistakes, right? It's fine. All right, cool. I promised you a joke. I got one. Hopefully a few more will come out at the same time. Okay, there are two different kinds of people in this world, right? There are people that'll kiss their biceps, and then there are the people that like to lick them. Oh my God, sorry, I just started and then I started to feel really good. I was like, shit. And then I didn't want to stop, and then I remembered that I have to, and then I had more of the joke, but it felt so good. Like, it's been a long time with the COVIDs of not touching people, and it just felt nice. I want to do it again, but I have to keep going. You ever lick your elbow real good and you can't stop thinking about how good it felt and you want to do it again, but people are looking at you and you're like, can I go in the bathroom and lick my elbow and no one else is looking, or maybe it's a time to go home?
Oh my gosh, that is so fast. Back to me. Okay. So I was just thinking about that I actually have some secret weapons to fight COVID that nobody has ever told you about. It's such a huge secret, and it's on the DL. The first one is my 3-year-old will scream her ass off if you piss her off. So if I piss her off, she will scream so loudly, everybody will stay the fuck away from me. The second one is like sunglasses and like the walking stick that blind people have. I can just like go to any store and just, I'm not blind, but just go like, keeps all the anti-maskers away, and it keeps all the people away. So those are my secret anti-COVID weapons that the government didn't want me to tell you about. All right, that's it for me.
Yeah, so I was actually listening to how like certain people was talking about how they get treated in life, and I realized that I'd just rather be single now, because the last time I tried to talk to women, I got treated like shit, because in the Midwest, women don't like skinny guys. I had a girl once, when I walked up, all I said was hi, and she just looked at me and said no, and literally closed the window in front of me. There was no window, but she actually put her hand and did this. And I was just like,
no.
And I was like, I'm sorry, what did I do? And she was like, oh, nothing, you're cute. You kind of look like Usher if he had leukemia. I was like, that's not even a compliment. So You know, then I thought I was cool. I talked to another girl. I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" She was just like, "You look like a transgender Steve Urkel." I was like, "I don't know how that works. He dressed up like a woman on the show, so now I'm confused." Yeah, we'll stop there. I only got 7 seconds.
You have so much power right now.
Oh, hello, it's me. Hi, my fellow open mic host is on mushrooms and seems to have forgotten to start our open mic, so I'm still here. I tested the thing that Brooke was talking about.
Nice.
You
Isn't that wild?
comment through your mask.
Yeah.
And it feels like it's hitting harder. Yeah, more of that nicotine. Wait, hang on. I'm actually going to try to do a joke. I'm trying to use social media differently, so I'm not just blindly following people back when they follow me. I really got to vet them. You got bastard bypass surgery right before quarantine? Nope. You're planning a wedding in 2021? Nope. I had a huge crush on you in high school, and now you use Instagram as a way to promote your weird self-help book that you're going to be putting out in October? Definitely nope, but I will follow it every couple of days. I will go check. I get nervous with time limits.
I don't know if y'all heard about this past weekend that the Annabelle supposedly the doll escaped the museum. It was a made-up story, but first of all, the way this year's been going, it's not that far of a stretch that motherfucker did escape. That's my only joke I would say for this minute. I would say this: men, stop being creeps, even on Zoom. And I love y'all.
30 seconds. You can tell another 2 jokes. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I was trying to send a message to Alicia. Do you want to do your 3 minutes? Alicia, you're on mute. You're muted.
You're muted.
Here we go.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Is that cool?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
late.
absolutely.
Okay.
You go, girl.
As long as you're funny, I mean.
Yeah, I like with COVID, I've been stuck inside, so I've been reading a lot of romance novels lately, and I don't read them for the articles. I don't necessarily read them. I more just skim them to get to the good parts because the storylines are garbage. But the sex scenes, sometimes they're good. But my favorite are the holiday romance novels. So with the fun titles of Love Under the Mistletoe or Christmas Mistress or Easter Whore, which gives new meaning to the phrase Jesus has risen. So that's good. I am trying to cook a little bit more lately, but I hate it because I am terrible at it. I once microwaved a tortilla for 8 minutes, and that microwave was never the same. But I am a proud 3rd generation terrible cook. The entire time growing up, I just thought that grilled cheese were burnt sandwiches and that hot dogs had a crust. I don't know if you guys know this, but meat isn't supposed to have a crust. So pretty interesting. I used to live in California, and everyone's really healthy there. Real sea salt of the earth kind of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really healthy. One time I got invited to a vegan potluck, which was surprising because I didn't think they ate food. And if you're ever invited to a vegan potluck, do yourself a rock solid and eat before you go, because when you go to a regular potluck, you are so full, you feel like you're gonna die. But when you leave a vegan potluck, you're hungrier than when you arrived. Yeah, one time I went to a vegan wedding and I had a piece of the vegan wedding cake. It tasted like ceiling tile laced with Trump-approved asbestos. Thanks, and appreciate
Together
it.
for Alicia Rain.
So last minute.
We're
Thank
headed back
you.
into our lightning round. She might get spotlighted right away, but I thought I would give it back to a vegan. Here we go.
I'm so offended by what you said about vegan potlucks. They're the shit. I used to go to 2 of them a month. There would be one in Amarillo, and then I would drive 17 miles to the one in Ventura. They were great, okay? I don't know if these are the wrong ones. At least the ones in my area in Ventura County are the shit, okay? No, seriously, today I was like, it's a Tuesday.
I threw it away.
Huh. Oh yeah, okay, you threw it away. Okay, I don't know what you threw away, but thanks for telling everybody what you threw away. I need to be wearing this more. I just do. So.
Oh my God.
You know, the government's trying to control us.
Oh, hey, that guy looks familiar. Sweet. So yeah, I remembered all the stuff I was going to say about the trip. So for the second time in 12 months, I accidentally wandered onto a military base. I also, straight up on the trip to Boston, found one in Salt Lake City. Trip here, found one in Boise. And the reason I knew I should stop is because the sign said combat training center, and I didn't think it would be good to take my wrecked car through a combat training center. That just seemed like a trap. So also I learned that my dog hates cops on this trip. Like she doesn't bark at anyone, but she started growling at the cops when we pulled by it. But she is a black Chihuahua, so I guess that makes sense. She's got 2 reasons to not like it. All right, yeah, that's my time.
Woo!
All right, I know I said I was a teacher earlier, but to be more specific, I'm actually a school librarian by day. Oh, thank you. Silence is the sound that I love best, though, so we'll work on it. You know, school librarian by day, by night, I shed my cardigan like an exoskeleton, revealing a slightly more vivid cardigan beneath. It's my uniform. Just celebrated my 2-year anniversary with my cat. Yeah, I got her when I graduated from library school. That was the diploma. It was the diploma. They just line you up in Dewey Decimal Order and bequeath you a 20-year burden. No, that's not true, you guys. Did not receive a cat for graduation, obviously, just a highly precarious financial future. That's it for me.
I've been hanging out with yes, thank you. Yes. With veterinarians and dog affiliates, dog lovers. Did you know that licking in dogs is a calming behavior? Did y'all know that? Is that the same in humans? Like, can we do some research? So, in this next series of shit that needs to sponsor me. So, if you know me, we have Old Spice, right? We also have Tevas, which I fucking think is called Tivas, but you assholes keep correcting me. I'm going to add one to the list tonight. It's Camelback. This is the nipple bottle. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
I'm going to spend 10 seconds fighting and sucking.
Holy shit, my nipples are like.
Back sponsor me.
My
Sorry,
nipples
I
are
should
hard.
have spotlit, but I got distracted.
My life is a pair of sunglasses. Yes, you see me. Oh, literally can't read with those. All right, my life is a pair of sunglasses.
Life.
I hate this job. I'm always I'm always getting lost. You throw me into a pocket with your keys. This is an abusive relationship. You see the scratches, you fool. You cannot avoid them. If I am not thrown into a pocket, I'm left to eat the hair off your goddamn head. Your excessively large cranium stretches my legs beyond repair. You incompetent ass. I deserve it. Better living conditions, like a padded case and premier cleaner. I hereby suggest all sunglasses protest and refuse the services of the man, woman, or human beings until our demands are met. Sunglass for President 2020.
Oh, hey, one thing I have to cover, Cody. You talked about celebrity hoaxes. I actually kind of fell for a celebrity hoax. Bob Barker. I thought Bob Barker died. And the funny thing was, like, he would have died in like the most perfect way. Because it was at like 96, and that means he would have gotten the closest to 100 without going over. So like I thought that was really, really cool. So really, really quick, I missed the beginning of 2020 where everything was a little more hopeful. Like, you know, like I did like everything I didn't think I would do. Like I took a DNA test, of course, found out I was 100% that bitch, which made me realize I shouldn't buy my ancestry kits at Costco. Kirkland Labs is great with your photos, not so good with your genetics. That's it.
Oh my gosh. Hey, y'all. Sorry, I wasn't watching a lot of the mic because my mom and my stepdad were talking shit about my real dad. So that was
Shut up.
but to talk shit more about my real dad, he can grow a beard and I can't. I don't think we're related. Like I try to grow a beard as much as I can, but I work at a school. I can't grow the wispiness that is my facial hair. And I feel bad because I want to know what it's like to grow a beard. And I feel like it's a lot like having a cat. It's like fuzzy, keeps you warm. People ask what its name is. But like despite all the fur, I'm just looking at the asshole behind it. That's my
Okay.
I got nothing else. I don't know.
Hey, I feel like rich people are magic because they have the ability to change a living being into an accessory. Like one time I was standing in line and I saw this woman in front of me and she had this gorgeous Coach purse. And then all of a sudden out popped this tiny little face, you know, like a little puppy. And I was just like, oh my God, how can you do that to that purse? Can you imagine what the inside of that looks like after a pooping, peeing machine has been in there all day? I don't have to imagine because I stole it. It was disgusting. I have no idea what happened to that dog. It's true. Thanks, guys.
Nick, I don't know if Nick wants to do a set. I think we got to everybody. Let me see. Woo. Nick, do you want to do a dangerous set? 1 minute?
Yeah.
You're muted. You got to unmute yourself if you want to tell us jokes for a minute, Nick.
Yeah.
Oh, are we still broadcasting?
Yeah.
Oh, then no, I don't want to do the minute. I got
All right,
queued up.
cool. I'm going to unspot. I'm going to just cancel, and then I'm going to go to myself, and I'm going to say, thank you so much. That was so fun. I laughed once. I don't even know how many times. Way more than 69 times. Probably like 6,000 times, and then more. Please put your hands together one more time for everybody that did a set, and the tutors, and Natalie, and the backline, your Sadie, spreading joy. I'll see you hopefully on Friday. If not, next Tuesday. We're here every week. Thank you.